That's it, that's it. Can you see it in the water there? Right guys, I've just hooked into my first barbel of the session. Here on it. 7.5 pounds barbel from the River Lee. There we go. This is a PB for me. I've only had them sort of up to sort of 4 or 5 pounds, so I'm absolutely buzzing. Still yet to get the double, and a absolutely beautiful fish. Nailed it on a halibut pellet, or marine halibut boilie, wrapped in a load of paste, the old hybrid paste, and there she goes. Little beauty. Now let's get her back. There she is. Oh, they look massive in the water. So just tips when you're barbelling is to hold them up the way of the flow, so the flow's going in their gills. Just make sure they're ready before you release them. They're a beautiful fish, man. That mint condition. Just make sure she's held up. Right, so this is the rig I'm using to catch these barbel. This is what I've always used on the river, whether it be for chub or very basic. I like to use a longer hair rig. I'd say that's probably about 14 to 15 inches. Depending on the flow, obviously you can change that, but it's just a running rig setup. Running lead. Literally a little small rubber bead, I think it's like a 4mm bead, on the inner, oh no, it's not 4mm, that's probably about 8mm, and then sort of a little anti-tangle sleeve to a nice little hair rig, size 10 hook on a boilie, put a little 14mm boilie wrapped in paste. I'll show you how to do that in a sec. But the trick is with this, see, this is free running, and this is a tiny little flat weight. I think it sits really good on the bottom and just holds it, and even that will hold it. I mean, if you have a look, there's hardly any flow on this little. It's a cheeky little shallow little run on the River Lee, down in Hertfordshire. It's about, I don't know, it's about 45 minutes away, an hour away from North London, where I'm from. So. There we go. That's the setup, and the main point is this: is it's safe. You know, if it snaps at any point, there's nothing that will just slide off that lead, and that is the most important thing about this. Is that obviously, you know, the carp gear has gone to the next level, but I see a lot of well, you see on the rivers, you pick them up, a lot of death rigs, as we call them, with like sort of swivels here, or shots stopping that. There's no need for it. Look, free running. Just snap off, and that lead will just to come right off. There we go. This is my little bait bag. Got a nice bit of halibut pellet. Some luncheon meat there that I've sort of covered up in some curry powder. It's a great bait. There's my little bit of chili hemp which I've used off, and this is my hybrid paste. Great bait for Barbel and Chub. Just a few pellets. That's all you really need, really. The key is to be light. If you would have seen here, this is because that fish actually dinked the hook. So I'm going to change over to this, which is a double 8mm halibut pellet super glued up, and I'll wrap that in paste. And the actual rod setup that I'm using, yeah, this rod is a beauty. It's a 9-foot specialist quiver tip. See that? Got a little light reel. This is one of my old little Mitchell reels, specialist reel, and there we go. It's a little beauty, perfect for barbel and chub fishing. So here is the river I'm fishing, the River Lee. We've walked down to a spot that my dad's been fishing the last couple of months. Him and his mate have had a few out of here. It's very, very shallow, this bit. There is some darker water and on some of the stretches, or around a bit further up, but this bit seems to be, or all along here seems to be the one. You would never think there was any fish in here, but apparently there's some big carp in here as well, so maybe one day I'll get to fish for them. But it's beautiful looking. A bit annoying that we're right next to a road, but you know, apparently this swim does a few bites. It is very low at the moment. I thought the amount of rain that we've been having, I thought that it would be sort of be up a bit, but it's a lovely, lovely bit of water. It shows, you know, you've got to spend all this time on the lakes, and the rivers have got some great fishing to be had as well. Just as hard as the lakes, you know. It's barbel, just as tricky as carp to catch, and it's just one of those things. So I'm just about to cross the river to go to the car. This is why you have to have waders on. You can see it's gin clear. Dad wants me to get his jacket out, but yeah. Very sandy and then gravel. So, driving back in the morning, left at 5 o'clock in the morning, and now pissing it down the whole way. This is what fishing does for you. You're driving from London at 5 o'clock in the morning, coming back from London to go fishing, and then you've got work at 9 o'clock. Sometimes I think that we're mad, but is it worth it? Hell yeah.